In the hushed, opulent corridors of Buckingham Palace, where history whispers from gilded portraits and the weight of centuries seems to settle in the very air, a modern story of profound personal heartbreak is unfolding. Its central figure is Prince William, the future king of the United Kingdom, a man whose life has been publicly framed by duty and destiny, yet privately shaped by a series of seismic emotional losses. The latest royal update concerning his family is not one of ceremonial pomp or diplomatic triumph, but a poignant chapter in an ongoing narrative of grief, resilience, and the immense pressure of existing in a crucible of public scrutiny. This is not merely a news item. It is a window into the soul of a man, balancing the unbearable lightness of personal sorrow with the crushing heaviness of a crown. To understand the depth of the current moment, one must first travel back to the defining heartbreak of William's life, the tragic death of his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales. In 1997, a 15-year-old boy was required to walk behind his mother's coffin, a global audience of billions witnessing his raw, stoically contained agony. That day forged a permanent template in William's psyche, the brutal, inescapable collision of deepest private mourning with the most public of stages. He learned, in the most devastating way possible, that for a royal, grief is rarely a private affair. It is a state process, a media event, a subject of global analysis. The boy who lost his mother became a man determined to protect his own family's privacy with a ferocity born of that trauma, even as his role demands an ever-increasing surrender of it. This foundational loss has echoed through every subsequent family trial. The departure of Prince Harry, his once close brother for a life in North America, played out in a painfully public rift, replete with televised interviews and best-selling memoirs. For William, this was not just a sibling dispute. It was the fracturing of his last immediate link to that pre-1997 world, a fellow survivor who uniquely understood the specific strangeness of their childhood. The emotional update surrounding this rift is ongoing, a low, constant hum of sadness beneath the surface of his official duties, a reminder that the palace walls cannot keep out familial estrangement.
Now, as the Prince of Wales, William faces a new and complex layer of emotional pressure centered on the two most important people in his life, his wife, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and his father, King Charles III. The health challenges recently faced by the king have thrust William into a liminal space, still the heir, but with the mantle of monarchy looming closer and feeling heavier. Watching a parent age and confront illness is a universal human experience, but for William, it is inextricably tied to the ultimate succession. His concern for his father is filtered through the daunting awareness of his own future, a future he saw his father wait decades to assume. There is a heartbreaking duality here, the son's fear for his father's well-being and the monarch-in-waiting's knowledge that his own destiny is activated by that same father's decline. Simultaneously, the intense public focus on Catherine's health has presented a different kind of emotional trial. William has been fiercely protective of her privacy and their children since their marriage, a clear reaction to the media frenzy that haunted his mother. Seeing Catherine become the subject of global speculation and invasive rumor has undoubtedly been a source of immense personal distress and frustration. It forces him to relive, in a different key, the same sense of helplessness and anger he felt as a boy, the inability to shield a beloved woman from the glare. His role demands he remain publicly steadfast and composed, a pillar of stability. Yet privately, as a husband, this period must feel like a relentless assault on the sanctity of the family life he has worked so carefully to build.
The emotional update, therefore, is this. Prince William is navigating a perfect storm of anticipatory grief, spousal protectiveness, and the accelerated burden of dynastic expectation. He is doing so while being the emotional anchor for his own young family and while managing the complicated, lingering grief from his past. Every public appearance is now scrutinized for signs of strain, every statement parsed for hidden meaning. The calm demeanor he projects is a testament to his discipline, but it also speaks to the profound isolation of his position. Who, after all, can truly understand the unique pressure of grieving in the spotlight, of preparing to lead a nation and a fractious family,
all while safeguarding a wife and children from the same forces that contributed to his deepest childhood wound. His approach has been characteristically understated, yet revealing. He has subtly shifted his royal portfolio to focus on causes that resonate with his personal experiences: mental health advocacy, homelessness, and environmental conservation. These are not random choices. They are the causes of a man who has known inner turmoil, who understands instability, and who feels a deep duty to steward what is fragile. In his speeches on mental health, his insistence that it is okay to not be okay, one hears the voice of a man speaking from a place of hard-won knowledge. He is trying to forge a monarchy that is not cold and distant, but empathetic and service-oriented, a monarchy that can acknowledge heartbreak without being broken by it. The path ahead is fraught with emotional landmines. He will need to guide his children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, through their own understanding of their extraordinary legacy and the loss of their great-grandparents, all while preparing them for futures they did not choose. He must continue to mend, or at least manage, the rift with Harry, for the sake of family history and his own peace of mind. And he must prepare himself, psychologically and emotionally, for the day the crown finally passes to him, an event that will be both a monumental constitutional moment and a deeply personal testament to the mortality of a parent.
The heartbreaking aspect of Prince William's current reality is the relentless convergence of the personal and the public. There is no separating the father from the future king, the grieving son from the stoic symbol, the protective husband from the national figurehead. Each royal update concerning his family's health or cohesion is not just palace news, it is a direct hit on the private man. He bears it with a quiet dignity that is both admirable and, in its own way, devastating to witness. In the end, Prince William's story is a human one, amplified to a global scale. It is about carrying loss without being defined by it, embracing duty without being consumed by it, and building a wall around a private heart while a public one is required to beat steadily for a nation. The emotional update he faces is a continuous one, written daily in the quiet choices between duty and family, between the boy who lost his mother and the king he must become. His resilience is not the absence of heartbreak, but the profound courage to move forward with it, a reminder that even those destined to wear a crown are not shielded from the weight of a grieving heart. The true measure of his reign may ultimately lie not in grand state occasions, but in how he navigates this heartbreaking, deeply human journey in the unblinking eye of the world.
Imagine grieving in a goldfish bowl, not for a private moment, but for a lifetime, with every flicker of pain analyzed by millions. This is the relentless reality for Prince William, the future king, who is navigating a storm of personal heartbreak that would shatter most, all while the unblinking eyes of the world watch, judge, and wait for his next move. Right now, William is trapped in a cruel emotional paradox. He is a son watching his father, King Charles III, confront mortality, a process that inexorably pulls the mantle of monarchy tighter around his own shoulders. His concern is familial, but his destiny is constitutional. Every private worry for his father is shadowed by the daunting awareness of his own looming future, a future that arrives only through loss. Simultaneously, he is a husband fiercely defending his wife, Catherine, from the same ravenous media specter that haunted and hunted his mother. The current intense speculation around her feels like a personal violation, a traumatic echo he has spent his adult life trying to silence. And beneath it all lies the enduring ache of a fractured bond with his brother Harry, the loss of his last fellow survivor, the one person who truly understood the unique loneliness of their gilded cage. This is the heartbreaking update. William isn't just preparing to be king. He is carrying the cumulative weight of a lifetime of public mourning, a present tense of familial protectiveness, and the anticipatory grief of a duty that defines his very existence. He must project unwavering stability for a nation, while privately serving as the emotional anchor for his young family. His calm demeanor is a masterpiece of discipline, but it masks an impossible tension: the man versus the monarch, the private heart versus the public symbol. His entire story asks one agonizing question: how do you heal a heart when it belongs, first and forever, to the crown?